Hey there, Sherry Caulfield here. Welcome to today's Two on Tuesday. Each week, I share a powerful 2-minute tip that, when implemented in your business, will have a dramatic impact on your productivity, your revenue, and the ease and success you enjoy in your business. Today, I want to talk about whether you need a VPN in your business. Now, if you don't know what a VPN is, it stands for Virtual Private Network, and it's a software that you load onto your computer that basically gives you some degree of control over the IP address that shows up on the outside when somebody is looking at where your information is coming from, where you're recording, but where you're online from. It's all based on where you're online from. And what a virtual private network does is it gives you some flexibility that you don't have without it. And in my opinion, a VPN is getting to the point where it's almost a requirement for us as small business owners. And there's 3 key reasons I want to share with you that I think a VPN makes a lot of sense for your business. The first is security. We all know the dangers that are out there these days for hackers compromising our data. We all have customer data and all kinds of data on our computer that we own and or that is private that we want to make sure it's not compromised. And a VPN can help. It's not a firewall, it's not a complete deterrent, but it can help in not letting those hackers get through. So we all want to do anything that increases our security, right? So that's the first reason. The second reason I think you need a VPN is if you travel at all. If you are out of town a lot, if you are like me and I travel internationally all the time, you need a VPN. And the reason for that is because there are so many of the programs that we use each and every day that one of the things they're tracking is what is the IP address that you're logging into an account from. So an example is Facebook. Now, if you're a Facebook user and you are in your hometown of Chicago today, and next week you go to Georgia, and the next week after that you're in Europe, and then maybe several weeks after that you're back in town in Chicago, and you're bouncing your your IP address all over those different locations, Facebook tends to think that that is somebody hacking your account, and they can shut you down because of that. So totally unrelated to anything that you're doing wrong, they think that they're protecting you by shutting down your account because your IP address is constantly changing. So if you travel fairly frequently, like I do, I have a VPN that I set to a Phoenix IP address 365 days of the year. So no matter where I am in the world, to most of the outside world, and there are ways that companies can get around this, of course, but to most of the outside world, I am coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. That gives me so much more ability to not have any problems with any software that I use or programs that I go to, thinking that I'm being hacked because my IP address is constantly changing. So that's the second reason. And the third reason is somewhat related to that, and it's a little bit of a touchy subject. Now, I know we're not supposed to do this, and I know that I'm talking about something that is not not what most of the Facebooks of the world want us to do out there. But the reality is, I know that a lot of you out there are having your virtual assistant log in as you when they're helping you to schedule posts, or when they're helping you to check your messages, or whatever it might be. If you are doing this, not only with someone in the US, because it may not be somebody who's in your local town, but certainly if you're using an overseas virtual assistant or something to help you do this, you absolutely must make sure that they are using a VPN and that their VPN location is matching your location. Whatever you use, it needs to match. Because the surest way to get your account shut down is to have you logging in from a VPN that says you're in Phoenix, like me, and to have an overseas virtual assistant, or even an across the country virtual assistant logging in as you and showing up in San Francisco or wherever. So again, that's a little bit of a touchy one because I know we're not supposed to do that, but the reality is I know it happens all the time. And there are sometimes we just can't avoid it because we need the help of these people to run our businesses. So there you have it. 3 reasons why I believe you should invest in adding a VPN to your security system for your company. The security overall it provides, the ability for you to show up from the same place as an IP address wherever you are in the world, and the ability for you to use third-party resources and they show up in the same location that you are. That's it for this week's 2 on Tuesday. I'll see you next week.